everyone, Kat here, your favorite ginger bibliophile. Hope you're all doing really well. And if you're new here, hi! Thanks for dropping in. Hope you have a good time. And if you're looking for actual reviews or all the cute animals, check the playlist down below. And I'm in a weird spot today because this cutie stole my normal snuggle spot. Yes. And now she's slightly mad at me for petting her, but she gets over it, falls back asleep really quick. Or she's very, motivated. I can't say the word because then she'll perk up and start beating me up for it. And it's past your nap time too, little man. I see those blinky blinks getting longer. My fuzzy little head of security over there is blinking at me. He's finally given up, cussing out the neighbors and the, random cat. So I've got my books here listed in my Hogwarts journal because I only read 11 books, but I'm never going to remember them all throughout the month. My brain is not that good of keeping track, so I have to go on Goodreads and then go, oh yeah, let me write that down. Or, I had fun today. My sarcasm may occur periodically. And yeah, it will. Because it was an interesting month. Some of these books sent me off on a full-on rant, and we're going to have to do a separate video on that. But this is just the February wrap-up, and as usual, we're going to start with the physical books that I don't need the journal for, because I can look at them. And it's this stack here, the 5 books that finally came off the bookshelf of the TBR pile. And we're just going to do these two together. It's the second and third books of the, oh my geez, why can I not think of it? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy series. We've got The Restaurant at the End of the Universe, which is about the end of the universe, and life, the universe, and everything! And these are just full on, what the heck? It's sci-fi, but honestly, I would just classify it as a comedy, because these are nonsensical, there's a plot, and you gotta follow it. Or maybe it's because I was tired, and this one took me way longer than it should have, because I kept falling asleep. Not because it's a bad book, but because I was just that tired. I read that paragraph 3 times. I know these are nonsensical, but it's really not processing. So, they're fun. I'm going to once again blame Matthew for these. And if you haven't checked out his channel, you need to go check him out because these are freaking funny. And he put me onto them. And he reached James Rollins, which is how I found him. So, he's awesome. I will link him down below. He's the man with the hat who reads. And, excuse me, I got my favorite cup here. Nothing good in it, just something to drink. Because I don't know about y'all, but the weather has been, is it summer? Is it still winter? We're skipping spring. We're just going between summer and winter in the same week. And I don't know what to do with 20s to 80s in a day. Oh, do you not want to have a little snuggle? Yeah, she was kind of shoving me to the edge of the couch there. She's like, nope, your butt is too close to mine. I don't want to cuddle. Because she's the big girl. She don't cuddle. She gets too toasty. Unless there's food. And then in which case, hello. So, yep. These are awesome. And then we got into some horror because why do Mushy Valentine's Day when you can do Creepy Halloween Part 2? And so I read Richard Lamon's Blood Games, which I'm kind of torn on this one. On the one hand, I liked it. On the other hand, it was 2 completely disjointed storylines, switching between them every other chapter. Because we have one very cabin in the woods murder mystery horror going on. And then we have flashbacks to how the girls that are going to be murdered, met when they were in college, and how their whole thing is they like being naked and making the one girl just yeah, you're fat, so you're not hot, but you can hang with us and we'll try to help you. But you're cool, so you can chill with us. And the rest of us are just gorgeous. And they ended up being friends, basically bonding over being hot, naked, and getting filmed by this one chick because some sorority guys put her up to it for a bunch of money because they wanted to see the redhead naked. And then they got revenge on the redhead, or on the sorority, or not sorority, the frat boys. Because you just gotta get back at the frat boys. They have it coming. But got back at the little, dumb horn dog frat boys and decided we're just gonna get into crap all the time. And after college, we're gonna continue that by, every year, one of us picks an adventure and the rest of us have to go along with it. And, the girl they made fun of was like, she loves all the horror and creepy stuff and picked this abandoned hotel that a lot of people got slaughtered at years ago, hence it being abandoned and out in the middle of nowhere where you might hear some banjos. Yeah, it's that kind of place. They don't say the location, just, it's well out in the middle of nowhere. They were killed by some folks that might be, that's my brother, dad, uncle. So, the whole murder thing is not really surprising. But every other chapter bounces between that until the end when we get like 3 chapters of the same. And their shenanigans are kind of interesting, but pick a storyline. So, I liked it, but it bugged me at the same time. I will still be reading more of his stuff. I have a second book by him. And the other book that I read for, Halloween was Watchers of the Night. And yes, it says paranormal romance up here, but I was hoping for more paranormal than romance. This is going to end up getting unhauled because there was way too much romance and not really paranormal other than, hey, I'm in love with the vampire. Who won't admit that he's a vampire, but he totally is, and common sense says that he is. And she eventually figures it out, and so he has to fess up. But it's a murder mystery, but it's very, very heavy in the romance, and it gets explicit at times, and I wanted violent, vampire, gothic creepiness. Not, my fiance left me for a stripper, and then, I think he died, and now he's not dead. Except for that he is. He's undead. And the other vampires don't like him, so they want to pin the murders on him that they're trying to figure out who it is, because they know it's probably another vampire murdering the humans. And her whole thing, I don't want to get back with him because, he abandoned me 3 years ago, right before our wedding. But I'm still in love with him, and I still want to bang him, and we're gonna. And he's like, I'm still in love with you, and I want to bang you, but I'm a vampire, and you shouldn't know that, and it's dangerous banging a vampire. But, yeah. So this will be going in the unhaul pile. As well as this. Sorry, Adriana, but it's Greek mythology, and it's Pandora, and I thought that was going to be awesome. And I'm glad I read it once, but this is a collection of essays. I don't know where they get the whole it's funny thing. It's just basically, here's the popular women of Greek mythology and how they got screwed over by their writers. Oh yeah, this is an amazing woman, except for we're going to paint her as a complete villain because she's a chick and burn her. And yeah, well, this one author didn't, but yeah, all these guys did, and here's what's really up. So it's an interesting take, but collection of essays that don't make me giggle are really not my thing. So that will be another one for the unhaul pile for next time I do one of those. And then it's on to all the ebooks that I cannot remember. So I started off, it's me. I had to get some fairy tales in. So I read Stalks of Gold by Celeste Baxendale. And I just read the one because it was part of that, hey, Robin's reading one. Hey, here's a book that's free today. You want it? I'm like, fairy tale retelling? Spinning gold, because, Stalks of Gold. Rumpelstiltskin, I need this. The rest of the series, I know there's a Cinderella and a something else at the very least, because Kindle went, hey, you just read this, would you like the rest? And they're on Kindle Unlimited, but I'm trying to read through the tons and tons and tons of freebies that I already have downloaded before I go back to that, or, okay, I'm totally not reading 700 books, plus the growing amount, because I keep downloading new free ones every day, but I'm trying to at least knock off, like 20 before I get back on Kindle Unlimited, save some money, read some books, and, well, I read 8 last month, and I tried to read 6 this month, so we're getting there. But this was a Rumpelstiltskin retelling, and it was fun because you get through all the classic, definitely Rumpelstiltskins, like, I recognize this and this and this if you know the tale maybe a quarter of the way in, and there's still a couple hundred pages. What's gonna happen? So, this got, it was dark, it was violent, it was a romance. Kind of. Because, well, I mean, it is a fairy tale. But it was very much like, Rumpelstiltskin is not the only one with magic, and there were a lot of bad guys. And the romance was mostly, like, one-sided for most of the book. So, not to spoil it, because, well, again, fairy tale and, retelling. There's a happy ending, but it's not what you expect. This was, they kind of almost combined a couple fairy tales, and it was good. Like, enough that I'm actually contemplating getting the Cinderella one, and I don't even like Cinderella. So, do with that what you will. And then I read Carmilla as part of the Halloween, and this took me way longer than it should have. Like, my edition said it was only like 60-something pages. It took me over a week to read. And this is classic, one of the very first vampire novels. I'm like, it's vampires, and it's a chick. This is gonna be awesome. I don't know if it was the language that it was written in, because of, that was the style way back in the day, and I got this as a, download it for free, because it's so old, they're like, we're not charging for this. Or because it was a translation, and every now and then you can go, I don't think that word means what you think it means, or you could tell where they were trying to kind of keep their train of thought while they tried to figure out what word in English that they wanted. And it's supposed to be all erotic and this, that. It's not. There's some, we embraced is about as, erotic as it gets. There's no explicit to that. So if you're worried about that, it's not explicit. Or particularly graphic in the violence either, like, at all. It just takes place in this cool, like, gothic manner. But it's basically a chick coming to terms with, hey, I'm not supposed to like girls because I'm a girl, but she makes me like her. But then I'm mad at her for making her like her. And she never gets up to like 1 o'clock and, hey, I was supposed to have a visitor. But then I'm not going to because, she died. Darn it, I'm lonely. I'm way out here in, 1800s. I'm in my place. She's somewhere else. It's not like we have friends in this tiny village. The closest place is like 6 miles away and abandoned, and we're traveling by horse. So, for some folks, like, if you can do classics, this is probably amazing. I struggle with classics. The last, like, 20 pages, those flew by, but the first 40, I struggled. And then I read 2 awesome books as the first part of a series that I was able to download those for free. Again, Robin Reeds was like, hey, you want these? I'm like, I know that author. Yes. But I read Rune of the Witch and Hex of the Witch, which are the first 2 in the Other Witch series by Heather G. Harris. And this is a spin-off of the Other Realm series by her. This series, the other spin-off, and the main are all on Kindle Unlimited currently. Go read them. It's an amazing urban fantasy. Like, we do kind of have some romance, which, it's good when I am not at all the romance girly. I'm more of a, give me an anti-romance, or a, I like you, and to prove that, I'm gonna be really smart-ass and, like, fight you and insult you on occasion, because it's not gonna be mean insults and we going at it fight, but, like, if we can't get into it and I can't, like, call you a butthead or, prick face or something, like, we gotta insult each other. It's gotta be, like, relaxed fun, or what are you even doing? Like, shoot. And these are, like, they're very relaxed, but, like, we got dragons, we got werewolves, witches, of course. There's, you know, a guild of assassins, which is just griffins, foul-mouthed gargoyles, trolls, unicorns, kelpies, like, it's all the magical stuff. And we got all, of course, all the backstabbing and the murders, and just, it's a good old time. And I just love all the character interactions. There's always action, there's always sass, there's background romance. Yeah, go check it all out. I'm not explaining it very well, but it's really good. And then, let's see, what else did I read that was ebook? I also read Ex-Boyfriend's Handbook by Matt Dunn. This was way outside my comfort zone, but based on the title and the cover, and again, it was free, I thought it was going to be a comedy because, I mean, it's the Ex-Boyfriend's Handbook. And I'll try to get the cover to go up somewhere around here if I can, you know, get my phone to let me edit it. And, yeah, like, it looked really freaking funny. It was good enough that I kept reading it. But it's a whole series, and I am not going back for more. Like, it's about this guy. You know, the first page, he gets, you know, comes home. Have I been robbed? I got no furniture. Oh, no, here's a note from my girlfriend of 10 years sewing. Yeah, you got fat and you're not going anywhere. Peace. I'm off to Tibet. Oh, and I took all my stuff with you. Like, to the point, like, she left the picture of them when they, like, met 10 years ago in college, but took the frame that it was in. Like, that level of petty. It's been 10 years. I'm in love with her. I miss her. I've got 3 months till she comes back where she might speak to me. I gotta turn into a new person. So he goes to his absolute self-centered narcissistic douchebag of a best friend. He's going, well, I'm on a, like, antiques British, you know, TV shows, so every woman in the universe wants me, unless she's a lesbian. And if she says no, that's proof that she is. So you should be like me, except for, you know, you're you, and you can't. And I'm a rich celebrity, so pay for everything for me. So he's just an absolute prick, and you're kind of waiting for somebody to, like, castrate him by the, you know, second time you see him, because he totally deserves it. And you can see it coming, like, towards the end, our, like, ex-boyfriend finally, like, gets a spine, and the ending, like, alright, I saw that one coming a mile off. But he starts kind of getting subtle revenge, and they always go to this same bar, the Admiral Gym, that's down the block. And the bartender, Wendy, just loves giving Dan, who is the, you know, prick, I'm the hottest guy in the universe, crowd going, yeah, I'd be a lesbian if the choices were chicks or, you know, 2 minutes with you, which, after my roommate, what little she could feel didn't last very long. 2 minutes is being generous. So, like, I love her. I was pretty much there, like, you know, every couple of chapters going in and her just bashing him while he's, well, you're the one woman in the universe that doesn't want to sleep with me, so I hate you. And they just get into it, and it's fun. But I was just curious enough, like, is he going to get a spine, that I kept going? But if you like romance, and you're okay with, like, the one guy is hateable, but you know he's hateable. Like, even his best friend is like, why am I best friends with this guy, except for that I've known him forever? And I'm not good with people, so we became friends for some reason before he became a narcissist, so we're just still friends. But, like, he slowly figures out, like, he's not supposed to be a good guy. Everybody that meets him was, oh my god, he's so hot, but I hate his guts. But he's so hot, I want to bang him, but I hate his guts. And that one's kind of fun. But, again, it's romance. They weren't that good. Maybe if I was into romance, it'd be better, but it is what it is. And then I tried to read Three Musketeers. Try being the operative word. If I had paid for this, I'd have been pissed. Like, I'm like, I've seen the movie. I grew up on it. I freaking loved it. It's the Three Musketeers. They're the heroes, right? No. I struggled to get halfway through this book, and I can't do this anymore. Like, I like the bad guy better than the Musketeers, because at least he's not, oh, my friend who was 40 married a 16-year-old because, you know, she was hot the day I saw her, and then I killed her 2 months later because I found out that, you know, when I finally, like, saw her, Or at least she could, she was better than me. And that's like the goodest of the good guys. So I'm like, if you had, consummated the marriage, you'd have been And he's the good guy? Like, what? We're supposed to like the Musketeers, but they are straight up, they ain't nothing but woman-hating, narcissistic hoes. And, like, home wreckers. Like, it's supposed to be, if you watch the movies, the king and the queen are, like, totally, they got forced into, like, the whole, we gotta get married to, get our countries getting along, but they actually, kind of like each other. And the cardinal is the undisputed bad guy. And the Musketeers are all the good guys. No, like, the king is a, narcissistic prick that wants to off his wife, except for, not. He just wants to be able to completely control her and threaten her. The cardinal wants to get rid of the queen because, he's a, sexist, xenophobic prick. The Musketeers are all pricks. They've got fights with other folks that are kind of bad, but not as bad as the heroes. Like, the only good people don't really, like, you don't see much of the queen. You don't see much of, Lady de Winter. We don't see much of Constance, who D'Artagnan is in love with. Except for then he's not, because, it's D'Artagnan and he's a musketeer. He's just a hoe like the rest of them. Yeah, there's gonna be a full-on rant video on this. Just know that, that book is nothing like the movie, and I had to quit because you gotta have a character that you like. And I hated everybody. I hated the heroes the most of all. So, I don't know if that was because it was written in the 1800s and guys could get away with that. If the author was just that way and, he just hates women but couldn't come out of the closet or what. But, yeah. They were all sexist, narcissistic pricks that needed to be castrated. So, yeah. That's my thoughts on that. That's what I read for the month. Some good books, a lot of bad books, some really great ones, and I almost finished this, so this will be next month, and I'm loving that one. So hopefully your reading month went much better than mine, and I will see you soon. Bye! Happy reading!